By the end of November 2023, the team at Wentworth Woodhouse was well underway with the creation of a temporary roof structure over what will become the new stables tea room. But the anticipation of bad weather conditions meant that we needed to complete this work quickly. Since the project started, we've lost about 3 weeks of working time due to bad weather conditions, and most recently, the work of the stonemasons had to stop because the cold temperatures were adversely affecting the lime mortars being used. The temporary roof was fully installed during December, and we're completing the timber repairs to the roof structure. In addition, steel supports at roof plate level have been installed to support the main roof trusses. We've also begun laying sarking boards over the roof area that will be above the new production kitchens. Sarking gives additional strength to the roof structure and also helps insulation work more effectively. At ground level, we've continued to build the brick supporting walls that will be covered over when the kitchen interiors are fitted out. And we completed the foundation trenches for the new kitchen extension walls. In our last update video, we talked about the temporary supports that had to be introduced to hold up the structure as we removed the original wall between the stables and the site of the production kitchen's extension. These temporary supports allowed us to introduce new steel beams to bear the weight of the first floor walls and the roof, and this work was completed in December. We also recycled original pieces of stone to fill in the voids above the new steel beams, and this stonework will be visible once the project is completed. But the most visible change that we've made to the site is the construction of the steel framework for the new kitchen extension. And for the first time, we get a real sense of the scale of the production kitchens from the outside.
I'm John Hutton, Project Manager for William Birch & Sons, main contractors for the project to the stables at Wentworth Woodhouse. So today we've got about 21 operatives on site and 4 or 5 different subcontractors. In total we'll have probably about 20 subcontractors for the whole project from start to finish. It's a complicated project, it's a Grade 1 listed building, and one of the biggest challenges we faced was the propping of the steel work of the wall behind us. So to create an open plan kitchen, we had to support the masonry above the steel to allow the steel to be introduced while keeping the Grade 1 listed masonry above it in place. So one of the problems we found is try and put this steel frame in position, which is obviously a square and plumb rectangular building within the confines of a Grade 1 listed building, which is subsided by about 180mm north to south, and the building is out of square as well, so you can imagine how difficult it is to make this fit.
The subsidence has meant that we've had to introduce packing underneath the steel beams to make sure that the roof of the new building is perfectly level. And with the supporting steels removed and the interiors free of scaffolding, we get a sense of the scale of the production kitchens from the inside. We've also installed the steel framework that will support the first floor levels in the old stables building. It's going to be an amazing transformation. Subsidence and lack of right angles in the original building aren't the only challenges that the team have had to handle. Extensive work has been done to improve drainage across the stables site, particularly in the old stables courtyard. During the course of this work, we've discovered buried culverts and an old well, all dating from the time that the stables were built in the late 18th century. The condition of some of these features was very poor, as John explains.
So another of the problems that we've found is that the new drainage going into the existing culverts and they're in quite poor condition. We've found that when we excavated down, some of the culverts are collapsed in areas. So we're currently working with the structural engineers to find a solution to repair these culverts so the connections can be made.
A large attenuation tank has also been installed and buried beneath the stable's courtyard. This will help to reduce the risk of flooding by collecting and storing excess surface water runoff during periods of heavy rainfall. There's still a huge amount of work to do, and we'll keep on bringing you regular updates on our progress. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel. That way you'll never miss out on any of the exciting work that's going on at Wentworth Woodhouse.